South Australia outbreak, well, a fiasco really, wasn't it? But it looks like it's under control, doesn't it?
It is a fiasco, and perhaps the less said about it, the better. The federal government are confident that South Australia is doing well enough with its contact tracing and testing that they can prevent any outbreak. And it seems a vaccine will be here next year, and we'll have a reopening of some other things in Australia step by step. Having said that, vaccine or no vaccine, the suggestion is that hotel quarantine for overseas entrants to the country will remain next year. Here is something that could have prevented both the South Australian lockdown and the horrific Victorian lockdown. My understanding is that when hotel quarantine was dreamt up, the initial discussions within the federal government were around remote locations for the quarantine. Obviously, to get people to staff those, you would have to pay them more, but lockdowns cost us a lot more, we know that. Anyway, federal authorities gave up on the remote locations because the states were enforcing it, and the view was the federal government could hardly demand where the locations were. We have now had, as you might expect, when you're having quarantine from overseas in capital cities, COVID-19 leaks from quarantine sites in Melbourne, Adelaide and Sydney. Will the federal government and states reconsider having hotel quarantine facilities in the middle of large cities? Can't we have them in remote locations so there is less potential for spread of the virus from a leak, Kieran?